Yeah, Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Hey, hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, but I bet that they don't do it like this.
Welcome to a new episode of Watch the Right Film, the show where we discuss, debate, and review black film. And today, we're doing a movie review on the new Spike Lee film, Chi-Raq. You know, going in this movie, I seen the trailer that everyone made a big fuss about it, that it's not authentic enough, that it doesn't portray Chicago, that they're making a joke about all the murdering and killings and different things that's going on in Chicago right now. And it's kind of like, yeah, that stuff is happening, but that doesn't mean that there can't be any humor in life at all. You know, just because there's a bleak situation that's going on does not mean that you have to be a society that's devoid of humor, if that's what this film was supposed to be. And no one even seen the film. So this film tackles the subject matter of the Eric Gardners of the world, the Trayvon Martins, the police brutality, everything that everyone is talking about on Facebook. This film is discussing it. You know, it's very topical. This film is made for 2015. That's what this film is made for. A lot of people are really talking bad about this movie because I think it's a film that's very difficult to understand. It's an art house film. It's a film that is very experimental and very left field. And if you're not ready to supplant yourself into this world, because that's what this Chi-Raq is. It's Spike Lee's Chicago. The way he Do the Right Thing isn't an exact representation of New York. Chi-Raq is not an exact representation of Chicago. And that's okay, because you have to go with, this is the world that he's talking about. This is the world that he's showing. One of the things I didn't really like about this film was that it tried to be too young. You know, Spike Lee's 50-something, 56 years old maybe, but he was trying to reach, a demographic between 25 and under. And you can't just reach that. You can't just go around saying on fleek and turn and lid and showing, images of lean and expect to just touch our culture like that. Let's talk about some of the performances in this movie. The lead actress in this movie, I kind of get her name wrong sometimes, Teyonah Parris. She was really good in this movie. I've seen her in a couple things. I've seen her in Dear White People. She played a really good part in that. And so it was good to see her have sort of a lead role. Not only that, but this is a film that takes a strong black woman and makes her the lead of a film. When's the last time you've seen a strong black woman be the savior of something? You know that. Now, a lot of people were crapping on the fact that Nick Cannon was a gangster or a gangster rapper in this film, and I'm not one of those people who wasn't doing that. When I seen the trailer for this film and I heard Nick Cannon was a gangster, I said, I'm not going to see that movie. In this role as Chi-Raq, which his name is, it's kind of stupid that you named the film Chi-Raq and then Nick Cannon's name is Chi-Raq. You know, they did a lot of stupid things with him, but one of the things I do appreciate about his role in this film is that he represented the ignorance of youth. That's one of the things that I really liked about his film. He was dumb and he was young and he didn't care about anything. Oh yeah, Wesley Snipes in this film. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Wesley Snipes in this film. What's he doing in it? I don't even think he knew what he was doing in the film. I'll just leave it at that. Jennifer Hudson, she plays an important part in this movie and ruins it. She ruins this film. You can see it in the trailer, but she plays a mother who's lost a child to gang violence. You know, and she's sort of what's supposed to set the wheels in motion for this film. And what's irritating about this film is that she's supposed to play this integral part to the film, to the emotional core of the film, and they tried to save a certain thing. They tried to save something that was supposed to be a spoiler. That's supposed to be sort of a twist, sort of a secret reveal at the end of the movie, and it messed up Jennifer Hudson's whole arc in the film. Like, Jennifer Hudson Jennifer Hudson has a daughter that dies at the beginning of the movie. That's not a spoiler. That's something that's in the trailer, and that's something that Jennifer Hudson has said repeatedly, throughout her junket interviews and different things like that. So it's not a spoiler. But she has a daughter that dies, and you don't see the violence happen. And I'm not one to see. I don't want to see little kids dying, But I think that if you would have showed a scene where Jennifer Hudson and her daughter are in the bed playing or getting her ready for school or anything, if you would have had a scene with just them two hugging before you kill off the daughter, that would have made us attached to Jennifer Hudson's character. It would have made us attached to the situation. But they didn't do that. They decided to show Jennifer Hudson just crying over her daughter's dead body, and that really just kind of really took me out of the movie, because you're not invested in anything. You have no reason to care about Jennifer Hudson's situation because you don't know who her daughter was. You don't even know who Jennifer Hudson is. So how are you supposed to care about her daughter dying when you don't even know her? John Cusack, he's also in this film, and he was pretty good in it. It was kind of jarring at first because you just see him coming in as this pastor, this Baptist preacher almost, and you don't know what to think of it because it's John Cusack. It's this guy, So it's like, what is he doing in a Spike Lee film? You know what I mean? As a pastor, but he does a really good job. Like he kind of embodies that sort of, that sort of preachers that kind of talk with that, with the antics and the loud voices and everything. He does a really good job at it, so I can't complain about him in the film. Small little parts. You have Dave Chappelle in it. Dave Chappelle hasn't played in the movie. If you look at his IMDb page, this is the first movie. This is the first thing that Dave Chappelle has done since the Chappelle Show. This is the first thing he decided to come back to, and he's funny. He's funny in the movie, but it's just interesting because it's good to see him in something. He looks a little old. You could tell that he's been gone away from the industry for 10 years and, et cetera, but he's good in it. I think one of the things that's going to throw people off in this film is that everyone talks in rhyme throughout the whole entire film. And that could be kind of, that could kind of take someone out of the film. You just have a whole bunch of people who are going to the movies to see the new Fast and Furious movie. That audience isn't really necessarily prepared to see people talk the way they hear. But I think that what Spike Lee was trying to do with that was he was trying to reach the audience of people who just listen to nothing but rap every day. I think the filmmakers were figuring that if they can listen to rap all day, then they can listen to people rapping, a whole movie. And it's a little different. This film, you might hate this film. Then other people might enjoy this film greatly because they get what Spike Lee was trying to do. I really don't see how people this weekend have been bashing the film or just talking about how this film sucks or it's not authentic because it doesn't have Lil Durk or Chief Keef or different things like that, because that's not what this film is supposed to be about. If you want to see that type of film, you can watch Menace to Society, you can watch Juice, you can watch tons of movies where they display young black men being ignorant and making stupid decisions and getting themselves killed. You can see those films. This is not that film. This is not what we need as a society. We do not need to see more young black people killing themselves on the screen, because that's not where we want to hope for our future. That's not where we want to hope that our society is going. That's not the direction that we need to go as a culture. We need to have films like this. This film is trying to sort of be the same way that Django was. I didn't see anybody crying or whining about the movie Django when they twisted history around, when they made a black superhero, basically. No one complained about that film. No one complained about Inglourious Basterds when they killed Hitler at the end. Spoilers for that movie. So I don't think it's right to complain about Spike Lee's film saying that it's not authentic to what Chicago is, because it's a promising film. It's a film that says, you know what? This is a shitty situation, but guess what? We can make it a lot better. And this is the start. And so I think I have no problem with anyone who dislikes the film or who wants to have the debate that this film is not good because X, Y, and Z. But I cannot respect anybody who says that this film is garbage because it's not authentic. It's not representing Chicago. Because guess what? Chicago is just not about killing. He's supposed to make an hour and 30-minute film of, a dread-headed guy on the south side of Chicago killing another person without caring, going and smoking weed, and then getting somebody pregnant. Is that the film that's supposed to be shown on here for 30 minutes? because that's the film that you would want to see if you're asking for some sort of authenticity. So yeah, I'm sort of going on and on about this, but I think it's important to say. It's important to have that sort of voice defending this film. That's all I really have to say about the film. This is Watch the Right Film, the show where we discuss, debate, and review black film.